So I originally already was drawing like, well, I already recorded an earlier version of this piece already, but I couldn't put it on Instagram because the video was like at least long by just 1 second, because Instagram videos can be really finicky in terms of like how much you can upload and put up. Because I've seen videos that would be uploaded for like 20 minutes being on Instagram, and then you try to upload something that's at least roughly around the 10-minute mark, and something you can't really upload anything. So I don't know, it's weird. But on the bright side, though, I get to showcase a little bit more kind of stuff of the kind of stuff that I'm doing here and stuff like that. So I figured, draw a second part or continue from where I left off in the last 10-minute video. So you can kind of see it. So as I mentioned before, you might hear my dad in the background. He's saying to his friends. And you might hear my cat in the background too, so apologies if that, distracts you a little bit. But, yeah, man. You can see, this is really cool. I haven't drawn these characters, as I mentioned before in another video. Like, I haven't drawn these characters in a long time. Like, I want to say maybe almost a full year, and I'm kind of liking the fact that, I'm having a good time enjoying drawing these guys. I'm really looking forward to my buddy Avatar coloring this piece in the way that he would, because he's a great colorist, and I really enjoy his work. And it's just cool to collaborate with some friends of yours and whatnot that just kind of have that kind of same kind of energy and spirit. Like, it doesn't matter what time of day, like, they'll be down to collaborate, and it's always like a cool budding artistic kinship. But yeah, you're seeing it right now, drawing all these like monsters, I guess. Sorry if my hand wanders off. I don't really have anything right now at the moment that I could use to hold my phone in place as I draw. But hopefully I could keep this in place the entire time. Okay. But I guess I wanted to showcase a little bit more of just what I do when I'm drawing with, pen. Treat it like it's a pencil. I don't put too much pressure, only when I'm like doing shading, as you can see here. You put pressure, and then when you're lightly put pressure. Sometimes I forget how fun it is to draw stuff that you've always loved since you were a kid, and still enjoy reading about. Like, ideally one day, I would definitely like to work with Marvel or DC down the road. At least one day. Maybe not in a full run, but something that I could be proud of. Not sure I would do an Avengers book, though. Probably me like a solo character. Probably like a Marvel title or something like that. Like you see, like I'm really trying to be delicate with the lines. Sometimes it might look like I'm very confident, but it's just me just really filling out the piece to see how it needs to come out. So it comes out, right. And, artists, we always make mistakes as we're drawing. We just make it look like as if it's not a mistake, but, we make tons of mistakes doing this stuff. It's all about how you make the mistake work, I guess. There are a lot of illustrators I really admire, though. Like Jorge Jimenez. I mean, of course, the greats from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and early 2000s. But currently, like, Greg Capullo always blows my mind every time with his work. Jorge Jimenez, as I mentioned before. Brad Walker. Man, who else is there that I'm really digging right now? Joe Bennett. I love his work on Immortal Hulk. I'm always telling people that's like my favorite book that I have been reading from Marvel for a hot minute. I think Pepe Larraz, his work on like X-Men is great. Lionel Francis Yu still continues to kill it in regards to drawing characters. And right now, even on X-Men, he's doing a great job. I feel like despite everything with, the world and whatnot, I think it's always a good time to be a comic book fan. You know what I mean? Because there's always new talent. There's always new people coming into the game, just offering really cool, refreshing takes on different concepts and stories, based on characters you like or just original content that you might not have considered before, but after a while, you really grow into. And you can see I really try to make use of the line work for some of this stuff. So I guess for now, I'm gonna just have fun showcasing the window. I never feel confident with the buildings from time to time because, like, I'm not that much of an architecture kind of guy, but, you often observe from life and you kind of just observe, like, streets and things and how things are angled, what they look like. And I feel like it's always important to build a mental library just as much of a digital visual library too, aside from constant practice. I feel like every time when you're working on stuff, you're always, especially when you're watching stuff you like I always visually study stuff all the time. Like, even in certain series that I'll be watching, like, I'll be enjoying a show, but at the same time, I'll simultaneously be observing, like, all the detail that's being put into making a anime or a show. So whether it's the paintings of the background, or like, oh, that's my daddy saying hi. Like, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, well, it's painted backgrounds, digitally painted backgrounds, whether it's historical references, visual metaphors, all that kind of stuff. Like, I always dig that kind of stuff, especially in certain things. So it's good to stock up on that. All right. Alright, this is about to reach its 10-minute mark, so I guess I should probably cut it off here, but, hope you guys enjoyed this.